My name is Florence Onuma. Florence is an actor. She's a businesswoman. She's a producer. She's a mother. She's an evangelist. She's a lot of things. She's a wife, auntie, and everything. Well, I've always so you know, when you people ask you how you got into either acting or music, and you tell them that, you know, it's innate, it's something you're born with. Then how did it manifest from when I was a child, you know, or playing in the sand, or all those? But well, eventually I went to school and I read theater arts. So acting is my profession. Shy? Why? How? When?
Wow.
When I started acting? No, I was never shy. Like I said, it's something I love to do. So when I saw myself doing it, it was just like a second nature to me. So I was not really shy. But my debut film, Lies of Destiny, because I was cast alongside a lot of superstars, you know, then Liz Benson, Franca Brown, Ngozi Nwosu, Ngozi Ezono, you know, they started acting, you know, professionally in Nollywood before me. So, and they made names as at that time. So when I was put together to act with them, I felt that, oh my God, these people have already made their names, so how can I cope with them? But somehow, because of the training I have as a theater artist, I'm able to stand them and also deliver on the job. So initially, then I had butterfly in my stomach, but I had to bring my training to play to be able to, you know. Well, I don't know if that's the right word for it, but let's say because there were stars at that time, you know, and I was supposed to, this is me, a greenhorn just out of school, you know, never acted in a movie before, though I was doing stage. You understand? You know, when they put this light in front of you and you have to, you know, like be spontaneous and all that, you find out that, and these people have been doing this, this stuff, and they're used to it. This is me. This is not stage where I have to rehearse and rehearse and rehearse. I have to really like go through my script and then, you know, deliver on it and all that. And these are superstars playing with me, so I felt a little bit intimidated, but just for a short time. Just for a short time, because when I found that they too can make mistakes, I was okay. We're on the same page. Nobody's perfect after all. So I was able to overcome that. That was just it. Well, I can tell you that stage is it. Stage is it, because stage, though a little more difficult, but that is where you see yourself as an actor. When you're performing before a live audience, that is when you know if you're really an actor or not. Because of course, you know that TV is a lot easier. You do a lot of cut and join. You can make like 1,000 mistakes, and you know, you correct yourself, they start all over again. So it makes it a lot easier. But for stage, if you don't know it and you're before a live audience, so you better go and train. Well, I cannot remember, because every day for me was a new play. You understand? Is it Oloro to me, the host of The Living Dead? We have a lot of you know, plays that we did while we were in school. So I can't even remember which one is the first one or which one is the, you know, but we're just going ahead doing plays. I worked at a TV station. At the point, it was the biggest in Africa. They call it African Independent Television. When it started, when they rolled out, that was 1996. I worked there as a makeup artist. In fact, I was heading the makeup unit at that time. And because it was an office job, I had to be in the studio. I have to be at the station to make sure people going on air look beautiful and all that. It was good. It was related to my profession, but for me, I felt like a fish out of water, because I'm not an office person. You get my point. I'm a location person. Working there for some time, I felt like I was caged. I felt like a fish out of water. So I had to abscond from time to time to go do my stuff. And the law then in this office was that no private practice. You cannot leave the station or your job to go do some other things. So I felt, oh, they can't cage me. I had to leave. I went back to acting. Well, David, you know, when you're doing what you love to do, everything for you in it is fun. Are you getting my point? If you love something, it's just like when you love a woman and when you love a man, you can never find fault with that man or that woman. For me, acting was something I love to do. So everything people call difficulty or challenges, for me was fun. As for being bullied, nobody can bully me. Do I look as someone anybody can bully? When they call me bully, people even call me bully. So nobody can bully me. I do what I want to do, and if the deal is not good for me, I don't take it. You know, nobody bullied me, nobody harassed me, nobody molested me. I mean, they know the fear face. They look face, they go bully. Nobody. I was not bullied. Good question. There are points in times in your life you need to take some drastic decisions, especially when it borders on safety and life, right? So that was what happened. I don't want to go into details, but I needed to leave at the time when I left. I needed to leave. As at that time, well, I don't expect them to understand, but there's a saying that he that fights and run away lives to fight another day, right? So if that's something, I'm sure my fans will understand the point that I need to be alive for them. I need to be safe for them. I need to, you know, I need to be there for them to see me tomorrow. Are you getting my point? So at the end of the day, that was what happened. But I'm here for them now. Well, you know, a friend of mine once told me that USA stands for you start again. When you come into this country, you start again. With time, you get back to what you love to do. Everyone that came into this country, one way or the other, had one or two challenges, you know. That was the same thing I went through. I did other things apart from acting before I came back to acting again. So I'm still doing other things in the United States. I'm not just doing fame. I'm still doing other things. Like, you know, the bills here need to be paid. And acting hasn't gotten to that level here where you depend on it like we did depended on it in Africa, because, you know, the jobs are coming, you're doing the jobs, they are coming, and I mean, you're able to pay your bills and all that. But here, you need to do some other things to support it. I was excited. I knew I would always go back. I knew that. I was excited. I think it was Winston Taylor that gave me my first acting job. What was that again? That day, I was like, ooh, I'm going to location again, you know. I felt like, you know, when you bring a fish out of water, all of a sudden you put it back in the water, it's like, ooh, this is home, you know. So she gave me that role. I was very glad, you know, and that's how it started again. Okay, there's something about acting I need to let you understand. There's no, when it comes to maybe reward or remuneration, you can't be up there, you know, you can be any more than any other person and all that. But when it comes to roles, acting is acting. As long as those people are actors, I don't feel like I am bigger than anybody, because everybody's going to interpret their own role anyway. If they give you a role to play, you're going to interpret your role, I interpret my role. It doesn't matter. So if they are upcomers, you cannot be a star at the same time be an upcomer. Somebody has to be something, right? And then if you feel you've been there and somebody is an upcoming actor, you support them to come up. So I don't feel anything. The only thing the difference I felt was in the money, right? Yeah, the money wasn't, initially wasn't what it's supposed to be. Like, you know, because of course you are new in this place, you're in a different location right now, and there are ways they do their stuff and all that. You have to like watch and see how it's done before you can assert, this is what I want, this is what I don't want, and all that and all that. First of all, I was glad that I'm coming back to acting, so the money wasn't the issue at that time. Yeah, like 4, 5, 6 years ago when I came in, it's African film industry in America is not where it is right now. That's where it was then. It's not at the same spot right now. It's evolving. People are beginning to invest money in movies. People are beginning to come out. The jobs are becoming more frequent and all that. So it will get better. I see it blossoming with time. You know what I mean? Because first of all, some of the challenges we have here is because of the multiple jobs that people do and all that. Like I said, if the acting job is not frequent, you need to support with something else to be able to pay your bills and all that. But with time, you know, with more studios coming up, right, then actors will have more jobs, and some of them will probably concentrate on acting and get paid good money. Very soon, you become Nollywood, the film industry, the Ghanaian film industry, the Korean film industry, the Nigerian coming together, forming a synergy to make sure that we blossom into something big that an actor can actually depend on without doing some other things on the side. So that's prospect. Oh wow, BSK Studios, the executive producer, Bernadette Sanko Kamara,